Good morning, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Monday morning, May 15th. We are looking at Window Trader's market profile of the S&SPY. Hope everybody had a very nice weekend and Mother's Day. So the market still searching for direction as we've been in a 31-day balance. We have an inside week in the S&P now. Remember, we had a double distribution day on Friday in all of our indices. Right now, pre-market, we're trying to take that back. As you can see, the ES and SPY are trading for now in the upper distribution. Again, that doesn't mean anything until they take it back in regular trading hours. Okay, they opened last night inside of M's range and now have been steadily climbing up. We actually have single prints, so we have a trend day in the overnight to the upside. Very interesting, right? So, again, it's emotional trading, both overnight and regular trading hours. They go from one side of these balances to the next. The important thing will be is, are we going to be able to get out of this balance an inside week? Which way and how soon? A lot of Fed speakers this week. That's basically it as far as major news is concerned. Here is the NQ. Right now, they've spent a good part of the morning where? Right in between the single prints, filling in volume, where there was no volume on Friday when they pushed lower. So they're deciding lower distribution or upper distribution. And righty, right now in the upper like the S&P. So game plan for this morning, you see how they have no problem traveling all the way up from the lower distribution almost to the top of the upper distribution and then stopping short. Now Friday's high is not the important one. The important one is the weekly high, okay? So that's the one you want to come out of to the upside, right? You have an inside week. So even if we take out Friday's high, it's still just in balance. Okay, 414.54 is SPY's weekly high. Okay, so that is May 10th high. That's the real important one that buyers are going to want to take out. So game plan, again, we still have 90 minutes prior to the opening. So depending, again, this is all based on what we're looking at now. If the overnight high is around here, that's a great risk-reward short the first time against both the overnight high and Friday's high because they love front-running these things in the S&P. Okay? On the flip side, if you're to push back, if you ought to open around here and you push back, now you see if you stay out of the lower distribution, or certainly if you stay out of value from Friday. So if it was to push back, it's worth a long against D's high, and any acceptance back into value from Friday, I would be out of that. Okay? So those are two really early plays. Again, in the next 90 minutes, if we gap higher, it's going to depend on how big the gap is. If the gap is right near last week's high, probably wouldn't be looking to take a long the first time to see if they defend it with the inside week. And on the flip side, in the next 90 minutes, if we open smack in the middle of, say, this range, well, then again, if it was to push up, I'd look for a short against value high and the single prints. All early plays. And then that's what you get in the room for $1 a day, every day for 6.5 hours. So here's your weekly. Okay? It's a 6-week balance. If you come out of it to the upside, inside week up, inside week down if we take out the bottom. But that's not taking you out of balance. We have to take out last week's high on the weekly to come out of that weekly balance. And you have to take out last week's low, not last week's low, the prior week's low to come out of the balance to the downside. So if you come out of this inside week, first target will be the top of the balance, and the same on the downside. First target will be the bottom of the balance, and then you see if you can get through either side. And on the daily, again, it's a mini 8-day balance, 7, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. 8, it's overall a 31-day balance. So first step first is to take out last week's high and try to get this inside week up, and then see if we could start attacking the top of our mini balance and then the 31-day balance. Back and forth through the 20 consistently. At some point, we're going to get away from it. The question is, will it be to the upside or the downside? Good luck trading today. Have a great day, and we'll recap at 4 p.m.